with Portland stone. We like the stuff. It's really nice. So we'll show you a little bit of the architecture that we have around the city. Industrial heritage. Everything on the other opposite the front of the city hall. We'll come past this way maybe later on. No here. And actually we passed it. We came up this Falls district. Are you familiar with Falls? So now in terms right. Well, as soon as we go over here, I'll not tell you anything about that then. As soon as we get over the bridge, then we come out of the Catholic district and we go into the Protestant district. And because the Boyne Bridge is named after the Battle of the Boyne, and everything starts to turn red, white and blue all over them, marking off their territory. And if a little Catholic dog come over here, we'd run back and piddle in green, white and orange all over his lampposts. That's the Sandy Road district. That's where Alex Higgins was born, the snooker player. He learned his trade in all the pubs and clubs down in there. Now, we'll come on through here, and it seems to have traffic, doesn't it? Just this little stretch. In the mid-1800s, we had all the during our troubles, we had very few visitors, so we only needed one hotel really of any quality, and that's where all the journalists stayed. And the world's best hotel, pub, the Crown Liquor Saloon, high-fix, and a beautiful carved oak ceiling in it. And if anybody thinks you've seen that before, has anybody get that out? It's fantastic. A lot of the action takes. And so. But if you look over to your right then, just past these trees, you can see the houses. But look behind the houses, see the fence sticking up? That's that wall. Look inside. But if you happen to look down the next street, there's murals about the Irish language, Gaelic games, about the British troops coming in 1969-70. Picasso had a painting called Guernica, which was recreated by an IRA prisoner there when he was released. Conflict. At the very end, we've got Margaret Thatcher and a wanted poster. And round the corner it goes on local politics. The difficulty of running the city like this. That's the IRA's Memorial Garden. Ahead of you, you see a Carnegie strikers to die. He was elected MP while he was on hunger strike, and then he was and obviously he died. Now we're going to come up, we're going to turn right. Ahead you'll see some large grey buildings. That's the Royal Victoria Hospital. It sits here. It's down to the city centre. Royal Victoria Hospital. It's down to the city centre. Royal Victoria Hospital. The IRA, who were making a bomb in a house on that site, and it blew up prematurely and killed themselves. And it's described as the Irish linen trade. A very large Clonard linen mill on the right hand side. That's closed down along with the mills. You'll notice that street names, many of them are written in English, but they're translated into Irish. That's a good indication you're in a Catholic district. That wouldn't happen on the Shankill Road. It's just the English language would be used there. And this is Clonard Monastery. Clonard Monastery built in 1900. One thing I always mention about this is the beginning of the peace process, this place, because this is where Father Reid, who never seeks publicity, but unknown to him, I give it to him anyway. Father Reid, after some very serious events in 1988, spoke to the IRA, invited them to Clonard Monastery to talk to him about peace. He then went to the Dublin government, the Irish government in Dublin, and asked them to send secret representatives up to the Falls Road to speak with the IRA. And then he did a remarkable thing. He went to London and he managed to persuade the British government in secret, it really had to be in secret, to send representatives to the Falls Road to talk to the Irish government and to the IRA. And after a few years, 1994, the IRA declared their ceasefire. And once they declared their ceasefire, all the Protestant groups declared their ceasefires, and then allowed the situation that we have now, the peace process and the political chat, to take over from the military campaign. And this is roadhouses on the other side of the fence. And there's similar monuments on the other side. So now, rebuilt, realigned, new houses put up, because they'd been burnt. And you send your kids out into the backyard to play football against a wall, and they can hear kids playing football. Here's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But now it's open up. You can see there's a camera on it, and the police are watching us to see if we look suspicious or not. Brian, hide your... Tonight at about 7:30, that gate will close. A policeman will press a button, and for 3 miles, any gate which is open will slam shut. And then tomorrow morning about 6:30. And lots of graffiti, lots of murals, lots of pieces of art. Nicosia, Falls, Shankill, Palestine, Israel. There's a face poking out, there's a red coloured face poking out. This was actually created by, a piece of artwork created by today's shipyard workers. They used, and the idea behind that was that they were reminding people, you've got this huge wall, but there's actually human beings on the other side of it, so don't forget there's human faces on the other side. And the Dalai Lama, and amongst all, you can see there's all sorts of different languages here telling us why you have peace. There's quotes from John Lennon songs, about 5,000 quotes from a John Lennon song on it. There's the Dalai Lama came here and he wrote a message on it. Now it's not there anymore because I chipped it out and sold it on eBay. But what he wrote is incorporated on this piece of art. Open your arms to change, but don't let go of your values. Very, very important message actually. This piece of art, by the way, is talking about the wartime. And there's a soldier on the left saying goodbye to his wife, and the kids are sad, wondering will he ever get home again, and then they're getting on with life, and then finally he gets home and he's back in his shipyard clothes again, ready for normal life.